Hey you guys, welcome back to Decorate with Dana. In today's video, I have 3 very affordable, rustic kind of farmhouse inspired DIYs. So these are not only Christmas DIYs, these can be used through the winter, and some can even be used, or one of them can even be used all year. So I will kind of walk you through what we're doing. So I was able to recruit my husband's help to make the little towel ladder. He doesn't love to be on camera, so you're basically only going to see his hands and his arms, but I did get him to help me because he did build me the first one. So I wanted to be able to show you guys how he did that because I had a couple of requests for that. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and I will chat with you throughout. So my husband and I got up early on a Saturday morning and headed to Home Depot to pick up the supplies that we needed. So first we're getting the wood for the little towel ladder. This is a 1x2x8 and super inexpensive. As you can see there, it's $3.06 for this whole board. So we had every other supply we needed, so the entire towel ladder cost us $3.06. So here he's just kind of showing you want to make sure that the wood is not bowed. And now he has a saw that we were able to use, but we wanted to show you that you don't need to have that. You could go to Home Depot to their self-cutting station and cut the pieces that you needed. So he's just showing you here how you can do that. There's measuring tapes, there's a saw there, there's everything that you would need. So this particular project required 2 16-inch pieces of wood and 3 8-inch pieces of wood. So here he's just cutting this one, and then we are going to go back home and use the compound miter saw that we have at home. But this can be done at Home Depot at no extra cost. So then I wanted to pick out the supplies I wanted to make for the little skis. So these are just unfinished fence posts. They were $1.17 each. We bought 2 of them. And that's the whole price of that project because I had the paint and anything else I needed. So here he's just cutting the other pieces of wood that we need, and then he will show you how we're going to go ahead and assemble the ladder.
Take this,
okay.
right, so that they're even,
yep.
And I'll push it down so that they're even,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
So you got 8 inches in between, so you want that right at 4. Right.
But that would be the middle of it at 4.
Right. So we'll put it about there. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll just... Right?
Yep.
We're good?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it's going to look. There like that.
So once you get your marks, pull the sides down. Okay. So to nail the slats of to affix the slats of the ladder to the sides, we are using wood glue, and then we are also going to be using a brad nailer with 2 1/4 inch nails. You do not need to have a brad nailer. You could just get some 1 1/4 inch finishing nails and just pound them in on the sides. So like you don't need all these special tools, we just happen to have them. So here he's just clamping it to hold it in place and then putting 2 brad nails in each slat. And then that is basically how the ladder goes together. Now at the bottom, I forgot to tell you, it's up to you if you want to angle it a little bit. We did cut a 15-degree angle off the bottom sides so that it kind of leans against the backsplash a little better, but you don't have to do that. That's totally optional. I'm going to link as many of the products that we used down in the description box if you are interested. So here he's just going to cut the boards for the skis. I wanted them to be 36 inches, so he's just cutting 2 at one time so that they're both exactly the same at 36 inches. Now we did sand ours because they were unfinished. I do believe you can go pay probably $1 or $2 more and get them finished. They didn't have them, they just had the unfinished ones, so we did sand these to make them a little smoother. I just didn't show that part. So now I want to go ahead and paint on the skis. You can see there's a lot of knots in that wood. It's just cheap pine wood. So I did want to use some Kills or some type of stain blocker primer to go over those areas, well, just to prime the whole thing. It will help block those knots so that they won't eventually show through the paint.
It's cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend.
So on the ladder, there really wasn't any knots. There was one tiny one on the one of the sides, but I really wasn't that worried about it. So I just used my Rust-Oleum chalked paint in linen white, and I ended up doing 2 coats on this.
The snow is falling down. The storm is on its way, but as long as you're around, everything will be okay.
I will list all of the supplies that we used down in the description box for these projects, and that way you will know exactly what to use. And again, I will link in my Amazon store anything that I can find. Most of the wood, though, we just found at Home Depot, or you can find it at any hardware store. So normally I would go outside with a sander and I would distress, but we have 2 feet of snow outside and it's 0 degrees this morning, so I'm not going to go outside and distress. So I went ahead and did the dry brush method, just took my truffle paint, I think it's, yes, the color is truffle, and just dry brushed the edges as if I had distressed it. And I think it turned out really good, and it was just a lot easier than trying to go outside and sand. So here's how the ladder turned out. I think it turned out adorable. I'm actually going to give this as a gift since I already have one, and it looks beautiful. It looks expensive. I'll give a pretty towel with it and a little embellishment, and I only spent a few dollars to make it. So now I'm going to go back to the skis, and I am going to paint these now that the primer's dried. I'm going to paint these also in my Rust-Oleum chalked paint in linen white. And I do end up doing 2 coats of that. Once that's thoroughly dry, I'm going to figure out how I want to do the stripes, and then I'm going to tape them off, and I'm going to paint those in a deep, I think it's called forest green, and it's a beautiful, like that deep green that I've been kind of loving this whole season. And I wanted to do these skis in green because I want to be able to leave these out after Christmas all winter long. And I just think they'll look less Christmassy with the green paint, and because I plan on keeping that color around through the whole winter. I'm really enjoying that color. So I decided to do the stripes on this a deep green. It goes nicely with my Christmas decor, but then it will also work nicely after Christmas. And then as far as that towel ladder is concerned, that can be used all year. So I embellished it really cute with a cute towel and that little star for Christmas, but then all year I can put different seasonal hand towels out. So that's what I love about these projects. They're very versatile and can be used all winter, and that towel one can be used all year.
People singing about love. It feels like I'm a kid, like I'm forever young. And that's why I want to sing about the Christmas on its way. A reason to hang around and celebrate this day. Everyone's smiling and it's snowing. It's the time of year again. I'm happy you're here, my winter wonderland. I'm walking around making small talk with people that pass me by. I share a laugh, it gives me joy that everyone's having a good time. I hear those jingle bells, people singing about love. It feels like I'm a kid, like I'm forever young. And that's why I wanna sing about the Christmas on its way. A reason to hang around and celebrate this day. Everyone's smiling and it's snowing. It's the time of year again. I'm happy you're here, my winter wonderland. No, it's the time of year, winter wonderland. My winter wonderland is the time of year. My winter wonderland, my winter wonderland. I wanna sing about the Christmas on its way. A reason to hang around and celebrate this day. Everyone's smiling and it's snowing. It's the time of year again. I'm happy you're here.
So you, of course, could do any pattern on these skis, any color. You can leave them wood and you can just stain them. Though that looks beautiful too, I'm sure. So, and you can embellish them however you want. You'll see I embellish them with a little wreath that is just a little greenery wreath with pine cones. Again, nothing that just screams Christmas, but can be used at Christmas time as well. So now I'm going to make one of these little wooden disc wreaths. I ordered this 20 pack of the little round discs on Amazon. I think it was around $12. So I'm using 7 on the bottom layer and 7 on the top layer. So I still have six or so of these little wood discs left. Now I did have my husband drill a hole in one of them so I could put some twine through it and be able to hang it. So I just am using a bowl as like a guide, and I put the bottom layer down. I tried to pick out 7 of the bigger ones as the bottom layer and 7 of the smaller ones. They're all roughly the same size, but and then just kind of lined them up. So now I'm using my Gorilla Glue hot glue sticks, and I am just going to be gluing the top disc down to the bottom one at each edge of each upper disc, gluing it to the bottom ones. You'll kind of see what I mean here. And then when I'm done, I go ahead and embellish it with just a little bit of greenery and one of those deep green bows to again tie in that super deep green color. I love this. It's super rustic looking. I put it in my dining room where I have kind of my rustic lodge theme going on, and it just looks perfect there.
Have a Christmas with so much love and with joy and laughter. Let us make memories that stay forever. It's Christmas today. All snow is falling down, all the colored lights lighting up this town. And as I walk outside, hear the Christmas choir sing, Merry Christmas to you. Snow is falling down, all the colored lights lighting up this town. And as I walk outside, hear the Christmas choir sing, Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you.
Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. 'Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh, la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da. Making our Christmas memories. I've been wrapping presents for you. I've been hanging marbles in the tree. And I've lit my house with Christmas lights. So you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning, I'm gonna play those carols that you love. We'll be singing all the melodies until the sun comes up. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh.
So the last thing I'm going to do here is just figure out, I want to cross the skis and I want to go ahead and glue them because I will just always leave them like that. So I am just figuring out where I want them to cross, and then I'm just putting some wood glue down on each side and putting them together. And then I just hung that little wreath, like I said, in the middle, and I just think these turned out adorable. So I have these right now by my fireplace, but they also looked super cute in my dining room where I did the little rustic lodge theme. So I hope that you guys enjoyed these videos or these DIYs. They are super affordable, and you know, we used a lot of equipment, but you definitely do not need a lot of equipment. A lot of it can just be done at Home Depot. So I will have most of the supplies that I can linked in my Amazon store. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new, I hope you will subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at DecorateWithDana, and I will see you guys in my next video. Have a great day.